Hello viewers and welcome to the lesson Income Tax. Like us to solve this question on reverse taxation. The income tax rates in a certain year are shown below. So there's a table there. Income, it's good to note that the income is in Kenyan pound per annum. That is very important. Then something else that you need to note is that the rate is in Kenyan shilling per pound, per Kenyan pound. So meaning when you do the taxation, you will get the tax in Kenyan shillings. That one is very important. Then the information is given below here. Omar pays 4,000 shillings as payee. That is the net tax per month. He has a monthly house allowance of 10,800 shillings and is entitled to a personal relief of 1,100 per month. Determine 1. His gross tax per annum in Kenyan shillings. That is 2 marks. Then the other question is taxable income in Kenyan pound per annum. And then we have the other question, his basic salary in Kenyan shillings per month. And the last one, his net salary per month. So that is a total of 10 marks. Now this question is on reverse taxation. We're going to the first part. Good to note again, just for emphasis, that the table is given this column of income. We have the income in Kenyan pound per annum, not per month. Then the rate is in Kenyan shillings per pound, that is per Kenyan pound. Meaning when you tax the Kenyan pound at this rate, like in the first slab, 200, you get the tax in Kenyan shilling. Very important to note that. Now from that, we go to what is given in the question. We are given the payee. Payee is the net tax, and the allowance or the allowances totaling to 10,800. Then there's a personal relief, which is 1,100 per month. Now we're supposed to determine the gross tax. Now, as you can see, we are required to get the gross tax per annum. And the things that you're going to use to get the gross tax is the payee, and we also have the relief. Those are the two things. So we need to know, how do we get the gross tax? How do we get the gross tax? Now, gross tax is obtained by taking the net tax plus the relief. That is very important. And the net tax in this case is what we refer to as payee, pay as you earn. So that is how we get the gross tax. Then the net tax is good to note also this one. The net tax is obtained by taking the gross tax minus the relief. So we're going to on the first one. This is what we need, the gross tax. For us to get the gross tax, we need to take the net tax, then we add the relief. And this one you're required to give it as per annum, per year. And you can see from the look of this is a payee, is 4,000 per month. So we need to multiply that one by 12. Then the relief again is given per month. So we need to actually multiply that one by 12. So to get the gross tax will be the net tax, which is payee, which is 4,000. That is 4,000. And since we want to convert this one to be per annum, we shall multiply that one by 12. Then we add the relief per month is 1,100. Again, we're going to multiply that one by 12. So that is what is going to give the gross tax. So let us work out this one. And remember, we're going to get this one in Kenyan shillings. So adding this using a calculator, this will give 48,000 plus, and then this one will give 11,000. Use a calculator to do this. 1,100 times 12. 1,100 times 12. Just multiply these. 1,100 times 12, we get 13,200. 13,200. So adding these, add to 48,000, get 61,200. So that is how we get the gross tax per annum. Now, after getting that, we can proceed to the next question. His taxable income in Kenyan pound per annum. His taxable income. Now, as you can see, we require to get the taxable income. This is where the reverse taxation comes in. We have not been given much details apart from what we know from the first part of the question is the gross tax. We have the gross tax, and you're required now to get the taxable income. What income was taxed in order to arrive to that gross tax. So you're moving backwards. So from the tax, we're required to get the income, the taxable income. So we shall use the gross tax, which is 61,200, the one that you have obtained the first part of the question. And this is what you're going to use to get the taxable income. Now, we need to move backwards. And so we're going to look at the table. The table, of course, is in Kenyan pound. And so for us to tax this one, we don't need to convert 61,200 Kenyan shillings, since the moment we do this taxation, as I said earlier on, you will get the answer in Kenyan shilling. So the first slab, the size of that slab beginning from 1 to 4,200, the size of that slab will be 4,200. Is the first slab. So 4,200. Then the rate, taxation rate there. When we do this taxation, these are 2 shillings per Kenyan pound. And here we get the answer, the tax in Kenyan shillings. We get that is 8,400. So what you're going to do, we want to tax until we get this gross tax. So like the first slab, we just obtained 8,400. We need to get 61,200. We shall proceed from one slab to the next. And it's good to note that what we have here, 4,200, is now the taxable income, the income that was taxed, to give 8,400, which is the tax. So we need to proceed to the next slab. The next slab is beginning from, this is 8,000. We can get the size, 8,000 subtract 4,200. 4,200. That is how we do it, not 4,201. And the size of the slab will be 8,000 subtract 4,200. That will give 3,800. So this will be 3,800. Then the rate of taxation in the second slab will be 3 shillings. So when you multiply by 3, this is what you get. That 800 multiplied by 3, you get 11,400. 11,400. So when you add 8,400 plus 11,400, still very far from arriving to 61,200. So we still need to proceed. The next slab, the size of the next slab is 12,600. Subtract 8,000. Subtract 8,000. The size of the slab will be 4,600. 4,600. Then the rate of taxation there is 5. So that one is 5. So multiplying these, 4,600 multiplied by 5, this will give 23,000. Give 23,000. Still, when you add 8,400, 11,400 plus 23,000, still you not have a rate. So what you can do, we can do a test. If we go to the next slab, will it exceed the tax? So let's see if we proceed to the next slab. And the next slab is 16,800. 16,800 to minus 12,600. the size of that slab will be 4,200. Size of that slab will be 4,200. Then if you multiply that one by taxation rate, in that slab will be 6, to be 6, and this will give 4,200 multiplied by 6, that will give 25,000. So before we proceed, let us test and see if we add all these figures now, we'll get 61,200. So we can add we add these. Just take a calculator and do that addition very fast. So we have 8,400 plus 11,400 plus 23,000 plus 25,000. Now these will give a total of 67,800. Now this is all I wanted you to see, that now the tax is going to exceed. Remember, as I said, this side we have, this is the taxable income, this is the income, this is the taxable income on this side, and then whatever we have here is the tax. So the tax is going to exceed, so we want to tax until we get 61,200. that is the gross tax. We want to move backward and see the income that was taxed to give this tax. But you see, if I go to the next slab, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth slab will exceed, since you have 67,800, but we need to tax 61,200. So that tells you that there is something we need to get. We need to add first 8,400 plus 11,400, then plus 23,000. First we need to see, we don't need to go, let's not go to the other slab, because there's an amount that we need to get there that is going to be taxed. It seems not the whole of that amount is going to be taxed, for 200. So we need to add up to that point, that slab, and see what you get. And when you add that, 8,411, this will give 42,800. 42,800. Since if you proceed to the next slab, it is going to exceed. So from that, let us now see what is remaining. What is remaining? We need to tax 61,200. So for the 3 slabs, we will have got a tax of 42,000. Sorry for this. See, 42,800. So what is going to remain? We will have 18,400. 18,400 is what is going to remain. So we need to know the amount. We need to know the amount that you're going to tax in order for us to get 18,000. So we need to get 18,400. Now, when you add now the tax from the first slab, 8,400 plus 11,400 plus 23,000 plus 18,400, that is when you realize this will give now 61,200. What we don't know is the amount of money that is going to be taxed at the rate of 6 shillings per Kenyan pound to give 18,400. And that amount, we can maybe call it X. Okay, we need to call that amount X, taxable income X, that will be taxed the rate of 6 shillings per Kenyan pound to give 18,400. So we started by adding the 3 slabs first, the tax in the 3 slabs. Since after proceeding to the 4th slab, you notice that the tax exceeded 61,200. So that is why we need to get this amount. X amount that is going to be taxed at the rate of 6 bob per pound to give 18,000. And when you work out these, you notice that X will be 18,400 divided by 6, and this will give this amount, and this amount will be 66 and 67 cents. That is the amount that is going to, so not the whole amount in that slab, which is 4,200, that is going to be taxed. So already we have this amount now, X. So X will be 3,066 and 67 cents. And the income that was taxed in order to give this tax, 61,200, is going to be obtained by adding from the first one, which is 4,200 in the first slab. Now this is how you're going to get the taxable income. I need to be very careful here. So taxable income is going to be obtained by beginning from the first one. The first one is 4,200 taxable. In the first slab, we taxed 4,200 plus the second slab, which is 3,800, plus the other slab, the third one, 4,600. That was the income tax, plus now X. X is 30, 66 and 67. So adding everything there, 4,200 plus 3,800 plus 4,600 plus 3,066.67. This will give 15,666 and 67 cents, and that is in Kenyan pound, not in Kenyan shillings. So that is the taxable income. This column, the whole of these represent that column for 4,200. That is the taxable income. Then the tax is the one that you have after you apply the taxation rate. Now that is the question: taxable income in Kenyan pound per annum. Remember, we are not going to do any conversion because from the table the income that is Kenyan pound is given per annum. So that is the tax. Now we proceed to the next one: basic salary in Kenyan shillings per month. Basic salary. How do we get basic salary? That is the most important thing. Basic salary. Basic salary is obtained by taking the taxable income or the gross income, the taxable income or the gross income, and then you subtract all the allowances. That is when you remain with basic salary. And remember, this one, basic salary, is given monthly basis. So taxable income is already what we have obtained, but now what we have is in Kenyan pound. This is in Kenyan pound. We need to convert this Kenyan pound to Kenyan shillings. So we know that 1 Kenyan pound is equivalent to 20 Kenyan shillings. So we need to convert these. What about 15,666.67? So this one we just need to multiply 15,666.67 times 20. We convert that. So let us convert that using, just multiply it out using a calculator. So 15,666.67 multiplied by 20. This will give 313, then 33.4. So, but this one is per annum. This is per annum. This is per annum. We need to gain, change that and divide it by 20. So, in short, what you're going to do, just in summary, we're going to take the taxable income. Taxable income, we have it in Kenyan pound, convert it to Kenyan shillings. So I'll just do a summary here. 15 666.67, multiplying by 20, you change it to Kenyan shillings. Then, since you give this one in monthly basis, and what we have taxable income here is given in per annum, we divide it by 12. Then we subtract the allowances. Allowances are given here. Allowances are here, 10,800. Those are given in monthly. This is per month, so 10,800. As simple as that. So working out these 1566 multiplied by these 20, so the whole this one will give 111. Then subtract that the allowances. So when you do that conversion for taxable income and give it per month in Kenyan shillings, you get 26,111 and 12 cents. Then subtract 10,800, and this one will give 15,000. Give 15,311 and 12 cents. So that is the basic salary. Now, the last one is the net salary. How do you get net salary? A net salary is going to be obtained by taking the taxable income, subtract all the allowances. No, not all the allowances, but all the deductions. So net salary is going to be obtained by taxable income, or the gross income, subtract all the deductions that are given. So taxable income, and of course net salary is going to be given per month. So we need to get the taxable income per month. And that is what we have just obtained here. This represents 26,111 and 12 cents. This is the taxable income per month. So we shall take that. So 26,111 and 12 cents. Then when you go through the questions, what are the deductions that are there? The deductions, I can't see any deduction apart from the payee. The payee only. The allowances are not included there in the deductions. So the only deduction that you have here is the payee. The payee, which is 4,000 shillings. And now when you work out that, this will give 22,111 and 12 cents. And this one is in Kenyan shilling, 22,111 and 12 cents. And that is simply how you're supposed to solve a question on reverse taxation. Thank you.